So, now a new stream should be started. Well, welcome back, my little pebbles. This time I'm here with Banner of Maid, blind playthrough. For those who have checked out my previous games, Sign of Paradise, I will be playing that on the side. And yeah, I will be making one more stream where I give my last opinion on the games, but that will be somewhere in the future. For now, I will be playing another game, because, yeah, it's boring just to see me grind it out, so I will be doing this one. In the meantime, this should be a tactical game. I have played them in the past, these kinds of games, and I'm really looking forward to it. I have never heard of this one, but well, we will see how good it is. So, I think let's get into it and see for ourselves. Difficulty selection. Officer mode. You can save the game anytime during battle. Retreating costs no penalty. Start the game with a small amount of funds and reputation. This mode is suitable for first-time players. General mode. You can save only once in each battle. Retreating costs penalty to your rewards earned. Start the game with no extra funds or reputation. This mode is suitable for players who like challenging gameplay. Story mode. A very easy mode for players who are only interested in storytelling. I will, as always, go kind of with a middle option if I don't know how hard the game is. So we go with Officer mode. By the way, I can't use the controller, so I will be using mouse and keyboard. A little bit of preload, I suppose. Not that I know what it's all about, but one group seems to be attacking another. Are we our enemies or our friends? Prologue, Night and Weariness. Summer 1791. Weariness, France. Weariness is not far ahead. Are you sure the king will be here? I can only hope that is true. Otherwise, the king of France might already be in the territory of another country. Oh, one more thing. I'm not used to speaking a lot of voices, so if I'm using a wrong voice, please excuse me, because it's kind of hard speaking a lot of voices. Be vigilant, Marquis de Lavoie. If you don't bring the king back, the whole country will shake tomorrow. French can't afford this kind of blow during such a crucial moment. What is the king thinking? Can't he just stay put in the palace? Calm, de Mirabeau. Having just recovered from a serious illness, you should stay in Paris and rest. It was I who provided the intelligence. Of course I have the responsibility to accompany you, and the troops there. I don't think they are guard national. It's the army of the royalists. They must be here to pick up the king. And I'm counting on you. I'm not experienced in battlefield commanding or leading charges. Our actions tonight will change the fate of France. Marquis de la Maid, please be sure to find the king and all of his entourage. Don't worry, you better take the time and think about how to pursue the king. What's that noise? The enemy has been alerted and are guarding the bridge. Anyway, move to the enemy first. Get close to attack. Show no mercy to these traitors.
不要松懈，革命的成败在此一举了。
I have to check the languages in a moment. I'm not sure that's the right language. Standard cavalry sword. Armor +1. Dragoon weapon. Well, I can't choose anything else anyway. Standard musket. Takes half of its life.
速战速决，冲啊！
Enemy face.
注意队形，冲锋！
There's still one group of enemies left at the entrance of the town. I hope the king is still there. No time to waste. Get it done now.
还在磨蹭什么？快下命令！
I don't think I can attack. Yeah. Thought so. And I have to wait.
速战速决，冲啊！ 不要松懈，革命的成败在此一举了。注意队形，冲锋！ 速战速决，冲啊！
Orders regarding the carriage? Let's get close and take a look. Notes. Designated area. The designated areas where you need to reach are marked as yellow grids. Move into that area to complete your mission.
还在磨蹭什么？快下命令！
Heroic. See, I can use something else. Well, I don't think I have to do anything. Like the messenger said, it's a carriage that the king took. I leave searching the town to you, as I stay here to guard the carriage. Please try not to cause us disturbance. I'll deal with it. You can rest assured. Well, madame, please step outside. As I expected, it's her who stayed in the carriage. Surely you know what would happen next, yes? His Majesty is in the town, and Marquis de Lafayette will find him soon enough. Please come back to Paris with us. What will happen to her family when we return to Paris? The documents left by His Majesty confirm that he had betrayed the country and the people. You will be detained as soon as you arrive in Paris. For France at this moment, betrayal is still delicacy in which France inside and outside Paris are all eagerly waiting to take the bite. And what will become of my children? The future of the royal family. Your children will be taken care of. After all, they are from the bloodline of a royal family. In the current situation, their lives can only be held in the hands of others. Alright, please don't make any unnecessary resistance. This is the consequence of a royal family's behavior, and you must take responsibility. Yeah, bro. Sure enough, as predicted by the painting, the Blue Diamond has responded. Which one is talking again? I think it's him. It seems the you're the person I'm looking for. Oh, what do you mean? I'm not here for king. What I'm looking for is the ability hidden in you. Anyway, what I'm about to say may be confusing to you, but please listen to it carefully. Then consider it seriously before answering my question. This is not only about you and me, but also about the future of the country. A living commotion can be heard in the distance. It seems the king has been found. There's not much time. Please listen carefully. That was the most turbulent moment in my life. I escaped from the gate of death, and my hands hold the key to change the future of the country. That was the legacy that has been passed down for hundreds of years and appeared in many stories and legends. Women who are affected by it are inevitably caught in a torturous fate. I hope this action won't be of many more in my life. I hope that we can become maids of France that make the country peaceful and stable. 5 years later, outskirts of Toulon, France. So, the saying that the king was kidnapped is false? If the public knew the truth, the royal family should have imprisoned, or even worse. It's just a story that I heard while drinking. I'm telling the story because you, my young lady, are too bored on the road. Oh, it was just a story. Speaking of which, I have heard several versions of similar stories. But the woman who changed the royal family may truly exist. After her intervention, there have been many changes in the royal family. Oh, a young lady, do you really believe that so-called maid, sir? Wielding incredible talents, the maids were born to save the country in danger. I'm not sure. This young lady in military uniform claims to be a graduate of the École Military. Ever since women were allowed to join the army, the École Military received a badge of female students who passed special testing. Ah, young lady, what's your name again? Pauline Bonaparte. A rare surname. You're not a Parisian, are you? I'm from Corsia. What a coincidence. When I was young, I joined the army and went to Corsia. Speaking of that, never mind. What topic do you wish to discuss? The situation of France, the destination of your travel. Let's just ask where we are. Young lady, have you been transferred to Toulon? There's a war going on, yes I know. My older brother is also a soldier, and he's serving in Toulon. I'm here to take a vacation. In my opinion, now is not the time for military personnel to take a vacation. Domestic rebellions have happened from time to time, and the wars of neighboring countries are also ongoing. As you said, as a soldier, it's time to fight for the country on the front line. Oh, that's her. As you said, as a soldier, it's time to fight for the country on the front line. Well, then why you? To be honest, I have to experience a fierce battle recently. I have just experienced a fierce battle recently. Oh well, it was said to be a victory, according to the final result. Well, I can tell it from your medal. Even it's awarded by royal family as a response to the current situation. It must be a considerable degree of military merit. But the casualties were overwhelmingly heavy, which made me start to doubt whether I'm suitable as a soldier. So you came here to talk to your brother about it? Yes, it was also my brother's recommendation that led me to apply to the Ecole Militaire. Although he is strange and ambitious to outsiders, he is definitely a qualified soldier. Oh, it's a bit odd to hear such comments from someone's own sister. But speaking of Thailand, it's definitely not a good place for a vacation now. Let's ask about the battle. It has been half a year already since the traders within the city helped the foreign army to occupy Thailand. The nearby cities that are affected by war are also in a panic. Alas, people are suffering too much. This war must be ended as soon as possible. However, it is strange that not only the neighboring countries, Prussia and Austria, are taking the city, but also the British. Since the House of Bob is still there, even if we are worried about the impact of the revolution, we shouldn't be rushing to wage a war. Even His Majesty supports the Assembly to engage in war. It's really... well, it's really abnormal. And there may be some unknown power in the back. Are you saying, like, the power of maids? Who knows? However, it is not strange to think of the king to support war. Although the king has temporarily won the support of the people, the power of the royal family and the nobility are still weakening. If a revolutionist regime is defeated by foreign troops, they will regain power. Do we know how many people will die by this? Too bad. Perhaps I really have chosen the wrong person. Just my personal conjecture. In any case, war is inevitable. Let's still ask for the situation of France. Speaking of that, when I was young, I really couldn't believe a revolution would really happen. Oh, wait, that was him. Now it's her. 7 years ago, the king summoned the Estate General to solve financial problems. That's right. Clergy for the first estate, nobility for the second estate, and the commoners for the third estate. The States General intensified the contradiction between the estates, and finally a revolution took place in Paris. The Bastille was stormed, and the king compromised, resulting in the legitimation of a current assembly. Well, you are quite familiar with the history. And what do you think of revolution? I was in Corsia 7 years ago and didn't know too much about Paris. I learned all of it later in Ecole Militaire. But in the past few years, although the power of the nobility has been weakened, the royal family stood unaffected. Well, the royal family changed their attitude after that, supported the reform of the assembly, and did a lot of unprecedented things. For example, girls like you were enrolled in the Ecole Militaire. That's a policy promoted by the royal family, and they've made good use of publicity. I know this too, but a soldier should not care too much about the political issues. I can see that you don't care about politics, otherwise you would have known me. Really? Never mind. Speaking of military, I think you have asked anything. Glory on the battlefield. Thank you. Have a nice time as well. I'll be with you later. Glory on the battlefield, defending the country. We joined the army for this purpose. But when we actually stepped into a battlefield, it was totally a different thing. Hundreds of people will either survive or die on the battlefield because of our decisions. How can one take up these responsibilities? But I don't know. I'm not familiar with military affairs. However, you see, whether you are on the royal family or the common folk, who can really say if they can dominate their own fate? And according to my decades of experience, fate often won't give you much choice. What do you think, young lady? In order not to make mistakes, would you let go of opportunity to change your fate? Surely not. So much for the talk. We're nearing too long. Well, it looks like my ride ends here. The person that my brother sent to pick me up should be near. Then I'll bid you farewell. If you happen to visit me in Paris, I'll prepare more interesting stories and some refreshments for you. Thank you, and I have a few words to say to you before I leave. Yes? Your storytelling skills could use some work. Please do on your speech before we meet next time. This is the first time I had such an audience. This was the first time I saw Pauline Bonaparte. After that, she set foot on the battlefield again. And when we'll meet again in Paris, that's several months later. Chapter 1: The Cannons of Tolo. Is the guy who's supposed to pick me up still not here yet? I haven't seen Brother Napoleon for more than a year. News about his military merits on the front line can be heard from time to time. This area was once downtown. When the war broke out, civilians were evacuated, leaving only a mess here. People just want a stable and peaceful life, but they can't get it because of a war. Having said that, how come no one is coming? They come to the wrong place? One moment, I'll be drinking something. Drinking for so long really is a strain on the voice. Sounds of incoming bombardment. Artillery, and the distance it's very close. Sound of marching. Damn it! It's the enemy force. I've already advanced this far. I have to find a place to hide immediately. Looks like we get to our first battle. Did that young lady come to this way? Could she happen to be Bonaparte's sister? Can you hear me, Mademoiselle Bonaparte? No response. Well, I have to search this entire area. Who's that blockhead yelling on the street? He might as well let the enemy to us directly. I guess he must be the one sent by my brother. I can join him and escape from here. Anyway, let me check out the surrounding and find a place where we can meet. It's the enemy scouts, a group of scattered soldiers. I need to defeat them to reach the intersection front. In any case, the safety of Mademoiselle Bonaparte must be guaranteed. Well, let's begin. Notes. Advantages. Let's chain of advantages against other classes among the various classes of units. Your damage and hit chance against the target will be increased when you are in advantage, decreased when you are at disadvantage. Notes. Light cavalry. Legless chasseur à cheval is light cavalry, which is an advantage against light infantry but is disadvantaged against heavy cavalry. Where's Pauline? And where's... Let's see. Volunteer Jäger. These Austrian skirmishers fight with flexible tactics, effective against light infantry and effective against light cavalry. Oh, I can't move it.
诸位，让我们为未来而战吧。
I really have to. I can get in the menu in a moment.
准备战斗，开火！
I barely have any HP, but I can. Let's see, options. English subtitles on. No. Wait, I can look at controls if there's something more. Scroll up. I can scroll with those. Good to know. Doesn't seem ich can change the voice of voice of what do you say? Okay, yes already.
都准备好了吗？
Can inspire, exchange. Interesting. What does that mean? I can talk properly. What items do I have? Musket. Bread. Well, nothing to do. And that? It's a military cap of one of our soldiers, and was hit by several bullets. It seems that the front line has expanded to this town. The port is said to be occupied by British warships. I guess the situation is not looking very optimistic. I don't know how many soldiers have already been sacrificed on the battlefield. I'll take it with me. If I meet anyone friendly, it's easier for them to recognize me. Pauline received broken military hat. Interesting. I seem to be automatically finishing the turn if I don't have anything more to do.
拿下他们！
Notes. Terrains. The battlefield contains various terrains. Terrains affect the performance of troops, sometimes obstruct their movement. For example, it's harder to move through the puddles in the town, and fighting with puddles reduces the chance to dodging enemy attacks. Okay. Makes sense.
不要冒进，就按
And
任务
let's
计划
move
行
here.
动。
And wait. In this basket is a bundle of fleur-de-lis. Petals are already withered. On the rubble, a dead body. Seems to be some civilian who didn't have time to evacuate. It's not the time for sentimentals. Keep moving forward. Received Iris basket and sent to warehouse.
好的，今天就让我来打头阵吧。
I also don't have infinite attacks. I can attack 14 times. Here? I wonder what happens if I'm using all of them up. Notes. Morale. Hit or defeat enemies to increase your morale. When your morale counter is full, you can use the heroic attack command. Heroic attack increases your damage and hit chance, as well as grants you extra experience. Let me me a moment. Ah, I had heroic attack before. In the last battle when I finished.
打起精神，可别落在后面了。
No, nothing to exchange. A piece of burnt banner. Not long ago, I was fighting with my comrades under this banner. Soldiers fought under my command, and although we eventually repelled the enemy, most of them were killed. Was my leadership good enough? Received broke banner and sent to a warehouse. I have infinite turns, so I don't think I will move. I will move.
想好了吗？
But before that,
我可等不及了。
I don't need heroic. I can attack because he's dead anyway.
准备战斗，开火！
Wait, already enemy phase. I hope I'm not dying. That was close.
上吧，拿下他们！
I wanted to heal. HP represents organization of a troop. When it reduces to 0, that troop will have to retreat. When the troop loses too much HP, you can recover it by using items via the item command. Unlike weapons, items will be permanently disappear when used up. Interesting. But I do think I need to use one.
诸位，让我们为未来而战吧！
I have to. I can't attack when I use an item. Good to know.
都准备好了吗？
Okay. Then I have to wait. I would have died.
开火！
Yeah, I would have died.
好的，今天就让我来打头阵吧。
Ah, I can see how far he can go and attack. Wait, that's not what I wanted to do. I could have done a heroic. I could have done that. Well, too late for it.
上吧，拿下他们！ 想好了吗？再不行动，我可等不及了。
Are you Mademoiselle Bonaparte? This must be the guy who's yelling. His voice was so loud. Excuse me, are you with my brother, Napoleon? I'm subordinate of your brother, Charles Leclerc. Well, just like he described, Mademoiselle Pauline, you have a temperament that fits this military uniform perfectly. Is that what my brother said? Except Mademoiselle Sophie, you're the one he talked about most. However, for fits this military uniform part is my own opinion. Thank you. There are few people in the military who speak like you, Mr. Leclerc. Leclerc. I can get used to that name. Men or women. Some people are born to be soldiers. Let's stop talking and standing here to go back to the camp first. There's an enemy line nearby. It will be dangerous to stay for too long. Sounds of incoming bombardment. Look out, Pauline! It's the enemy artillery. Retreat now. Leclerc! Are we missing already someone? I gave him bread, so he can survive. I hope he doesn't die yet. And took my bread away. French camp. How long? the battle. The battle begins in 4 hours. Are you still the determined soldier that I knew? Is it you, Papa Napoleon? Leila asked me to bring you a message, but you owe him a big favor. Don't forget to return it later. Monsieur Leclerc, is he alright now? His legs were broken from diving in order to save you, and he'll return to Paris to rest tomorrow. If I had paid more attention to my surroundings, I would have noticed that the area had already been bombarded once by the enemy. It was my poor judgment that led to Monsieur Leclerc's serious injury. I have to make it sound differently. I don't like that. Bad luck happens from time to time on the battlefield. Don't blame yourself. I've heard of your victory on the front line. You won the battle, but with heavy casualties. What do you expect to get some compliment from me? Although the enemy was defeated and I was exceptionally commanded, I can't forget the soldiers who died in the battle. They can't praise our victory. Should I really be considered a qualified leader? It was I who brought you to Paris, and it was I who suggested that you enter the École Military. Am I doing something wrong? No, it was my own decision to become a soldier. Recall your original intention of joining the army, Pauline. At this very moment, the war is still going on. The commander agreed to my plan not long ago. Tonight we'll launch a general attack on the enemy's position. Once the fortress is occupied, we can then use the cannons to drive the British warship out of Toulon. It's time for this battle to end. Since Leclerc, let's call him that. Since Leclerc is injured, I need another adjustment. What say you? Are you coming with me? I make a decision. Indecision people, indecisive people, unworthy of a battlefield. If you don't want to be a soldier anymore, I'll arrange someone to send you back to Corsica. I'll stay, brother. Tell me about the battle plan. Good. Then find yourself something to eat first. You can't go to the battlefield with an empty stomach. Come to me when you are ready. Leclerc, injury is my responsibility. But I still can't leave the battlefield. Protect the people like us from the anguish of war. It's for this reason that we decided to join the army. My female voice. Chapter 2, The Maid of Toulon. My female voice is really not good enough in my opinion. Especially when I have to switch voices. I have to make sure that I can keep switching. I also have to make sure to find a good point to pause. Sadly, there seem to be battles and text messages, nothing more. We'll see. We'll keep going a little while longer. Keep firing. The enemy's resistance is still very strong. The battle against... The battle against the enemy position began the afternoon and we continued until the evening. The target of attack is Fort Mulgary, the most heavily fortified position of the enemy defense around Toulon, and also the key point of my brother's plan. Once we occupy this position, our artillery can bombard the British warships in the port of the high ground, block their reinforcements, and retreat routes at sea, and turn the tide of battle in one fell swoop. At the moment, our army has surpassed the enemy artillery, but still hasn't gained the decisive advantage. If the situation continues this way, Bonaparte, it's turning into a prolonged battle. The power of our artillery will be limited It will hold off until the night time. This is Rose de Beaumont. This is Rose de Beaumont, the artillery commander, supporting my powerhouse offensive. Her name alone indicates that she is noble, which is quite rare in the revolutionary dominant army. And she's also quite thick. Not to dwell on that, but it's barely not able to see. I don't find words sometimes. Either way, I do think she looks nice. I hope we can play. She's also here and we can play. Most aristocrats officers have been replaced by revolutionists. Only a few continue to serve in the army due to the influence of the Queen. Rose de Beaumont is the most distinguished amongst them. Speaking of the legend of maids, it has been taboo for the past hundreds of years. It's always related to witches and heresy. Recently, there have been positive rumors spreading in the country, precisely because of the performance of General Rose de Beaumont on the battlefield and the publicity of a royal family. The remaining shells are sufficient to support 3 or 4 rounds of artillery support. No, let's do that again. That wasn't good. The remaining shells are sufficient to support 3 or 4 rounds of artillery support. It's time to make a decision. Rose de Beaumont, pay attention to the tone of your voice. This is not for error when you nobles can criticize and boss around people in the army. Your responsibility is to coordinate the artillery, not issuing command orders. This man is Hubert Mondago, the supervising adjutants sent by the general. There are many rumors about him in the army. His former superiors have all become big shots, so he's been rapidly promoted in the army. Officers who haven't received formal training, like him, aren't uncommon nowadays. Commander Bonaparte surely has his plan. Your murder is unnecessary. Or are you just trying to take credit for his work with your so-called instinct of a maid? I'm just speaking as a common soldier. Indeed, we don't have enough ammunition nor enough time. It's now or never. Concentrate all the shells and launch the final bombardment on the enemy positions. I'll lead the infantry charge. We must seize the opportunity to occupy the battery on the shore. Pauline, you're with me? You're with me. As for Monsieur Mondego, do you want to participate in the charge with him? About that, I caught a cold on the way here, so I'm not in condition for a charge. Then you'll be commanding and the artillery support. I've already issued the plan to my subordinates. All you need to do is fire as planned. Oh well, the bombarding is crucial to the offensive. I'll see to it personally. The troops are ready and waiting for orders. Sir. Rainy day combat is extremely tough, and the most important thing is to inspire the soldiers' courage. Put your ability good to use, Pauline. Let me know if you need my support anytime, Pauline. Understood. If you're wondering why I'm trying my hours anytime, I have trained myself to try to speak in a more older voice. And when I have certain words associated with them, so I have kind of pre-words I use to try to get in different voices. And is the one I use for her. Get ready for the first round of bombardments. Fire! Brace yourselves. We are under fierce bombardment from the enemy. Hold the line. As long as we hold Fort Mulgrave, victory is ours. So, notes, Rain. The dodge chance of troops, both friendly units and enemy units, will decrease in rain. Units marked with ally are temporarily friendly troops of our side. They won't add experience during battle. Units marked with com are friendly troops that act on their own. Try your best to defeat enemies with rallying yourself to maximize the experience earned. I see. Those are both allies, and those are comms computers. So I'm the only one who can earn experience right now. Let's check her out. I'm interested in her. Most of Beaumont. A loyal and aristocratic officer stayed in the military for the royal family. Movement, attack. Movement speed +1, 4. She's faster right now for some reason. Attack 14. Lead 4. Defense 5. Armor 3. Speed 0. +2 right now. Can someone be 0 speed? Scope 4. A scout 4. I think that's scout. Hit 93. DDG -10. MRI 16. I don't know what those mean, but maybe we will know later on. HP 21 and morale 0 right now. Movement for morals. Movement +1. Terrain mastery. All friendly units receive speed +2 on plain terrains. Nice. So, when we go out, and can you save in the menu? Save game here. New save. Nice. And I think I will leave it at this. I don't know how long I usually will make these sections of streaming, but right now it takes still a lot of energy to do multiple voices, so I will go for shorter ones. I hope that's okay for you. So yeah, let's suspend game. Suspending the game to return to the title screen. Automatically save your current battle progress. Are you sure you want to suspend the game? Yes. So, yeah, I'll be back soon, I think, for the second part. For right now, I hope you enjoyed. Again, I'm still learning a lot about voices, so I'm hopefully getting better as we continue our journey through this game. And if you have any suggestions, let me know. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, my little pebbles. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.